and I get shot across my abdomen. And mind you, right? 2 of the bullets stood in, 2 went through and through. I bled out on the operating table, and I was pronounced dead. In the recovery room, the doctors come in the room and they say, "We don't know how you're alive. It's a miracle." Those exact words, right? Okay. So I come out the hospital 4 days. I got my because they had to open up my stomach. So I got staples in my stomach. I'm walking with a cane, and I'm outside smoking, drinking in the hood. Everybody, yo, Mike, you good? Yeah. By this time, I'm going by Young Link, right? That's my rap name. Link. And now I got something to put under my belt. I never got caught for the foolishness that I was doing, criminally.
What year was that?
Right? We talking 2002.
Oh yeah, that's a year. That's
2002.
That's the year that Get Rich Die Trying might have popped off right there. That was Lily.
Yep, so Get Rich Die Trying.
That's Lily 50 Cent.
G-Unit, Lloyd Banks was my favorite. Yeah. Tony Ayo was dope too. But so
yeah, you out here on your pod.
Now my life is starting to match the lyrics that I was writing down. I got shot. Yeah. I survived. I'm out in 4 days, recovering, right? I'm walking, and now they calling me 50 because 50 got shot. So they calling me 50 in the neighborhood, right? Man. What this does is swells my head all up. I'm untouchable. You can't kill me. I was dead on the operating table, and like I'm like God's anointed without even knowing who the real true God was, right? And so I'm puffed up. The girls are all over me, so I'm getting all this, and that adds to it. By 18, I mean, I learned my lesson not to start trouble. That was called right. I started that problem that resulted in me. That's a story for another time. That resulted in me getting shot. And it was actually intended for my really close friend, brother. I consider him a brother, brother for life. 18 now, 17, 18. I'm hanging out with older guys. I'm starting to get some working off the books, working in the Fulton Fish Market, right? Making good money, $100 a night. Okay. By that morning, the cash was in my hand, so I'm balling.
That's nice.
$100 every day, and I'm working at least 3 days a week. So nice. $300 a week, that's a lot of money in 2002, right? So I got enough to buy my weed, buy some alcohol, buy some fits, right? So I get involved in an incident. Somebody else started. And because, I got this puffed up mentality, I'm going to settle this. I'm going to be the mediator and all this. I'm going to settle it. I ended up getting jumped and stabbed. So did a friend of mine. They punctured his lungs. He had a hole about this big on his side. I actually prevented him from bleeding out by sticking my hand in the wound until the ambulance got there, right? Yeah. So that's a whole nother story. And then I was very selective. So what started to happen to me was I started to isolate more and more and more. So if it wasn't to go see a girl or to go hang out and smoke, then I'm not outside like that. I didn't even want to be outside anymore because I'm finding myself in these situations that are about to take my life. For your life. Right? And no, it wasn't even that I was fearful. I just I don't want to deal with this stuff, and then I got to go kill somebody in retaliation now because I ain't gonna let you off like that.
I'm saying fearful for losing your life. I mean, like being outside puts you in harm's way. Being oh yeah, I think it's a derivative of it. The conclusion is if I'm out here,
I don't know. Honestly, I was so depraved that wasn't a thought for me.
Yeah,
I wasn't scared. No, I know what you mean, but I want to highlight that's how lost mentally I wasn't puffed up. So then I kind of isolate myself, and if it wasn't for that, I get involved in another situation. Involved my younger sister, very protective of her. It ended up being a misunderstanding, and I acted rashly. Popped off on somebody involving my sister. I didn't have the proper details of the situation. Felt it was a level of disrespect. My sister's like 11, 12 at this time. This gentleman's older, right? 16, 17 years old. What you doing around my sister, bro? Yeah. Had to let him know, right? And that ended up being retaliation. So I got jumped and stabbed again. This time they punctured my lungs. Probably 19. I think I'm 19 at this time. A lot of blood. I'm like 19 at this time, and I get jumped. They puncture my lungs. I'm pronounced dead on the operating table because of blood loss. Again, different hospital, different borough. This happened in Harlem, right? And now I'm in the recovery room. Doctors come in. We don't know how you're alive. It's a miracle. Exact same words. So now by this time, I'm like I'm not messing with nobody. I'm just gonna keep to myself. I'm in this horrible toxic relationship, but I loved it at the time, right? I loved it. Pretty girl, blue eyes, right?
Addicted to drama.
Puerto Rican and Dominican, right? And she was bad, right? She was bad. She was all definitions of that word, right? Man. On the good and the bad context.
She had that brouhaha. She had that on you.
She literally did. She literally did. She had the brouhaha on me. Practicing Santeria, all type of craziness. I didn't even know till well after. But so now, fast forward, about 19, I'm getting a little more responsible now with taxes and finances and stuff, and kind of learning this is the way out. Like I started smoking, drinking at 14, so I've been 5'8" since 14, right? I wasn't that great at basketball, even though I loved basketball. So sports wasn't it. I was good. I'm good at writing, and I'm very intelligent, and my critical thinking skills are amazing because of my mom.
So you started to think about life right now.
So I'm starting to think a little differently, but I know rap is not going to be my way out.